This video is going to demonstrate how to use time-lapse shoot, move, shoot motion control on the StackShot 3X controller. To get into this mode, you press the settings button, press the mode button, it's under motion, and then time-lapse shoot, move, shoot. And here's the default setup for a basic move. We've gone through the helper before in a previous video, so I'm going to move through this fairly quickly. I'm going to set up a 3-axis move. I'm going to go into the helper. It's a 3-axis move. The duration, the video duration, this is the real world duration for how long we want the final video to be. So we're going to say, I want a 30-second video when we're all done. And we're going to say 24 frames per second, and then we hit OK. You can either set the total duration you want the time-lapse event, total real-world time you want this time-lapse event to take, or you can specify what interval you want. And I'm just going to set the interval at 3 seconds. We'll hit OK. What this will do is set up all the other timing adjustments needed to make this time-lapse happen. So the x-axis is our pan axis, so I want a smooth start and finish for that, and it's a rotary table. The y-axis, I'm going to do a there and back again. It's also a rotary. That's our tilt. And the z-axis, I am going to say a linear with I'm going to want to set that to, let's say, 20 frames of ramping. Okay. And it is a slider. I'm going to use the current position, which I've already set up. So we'll go with that. And the end position, I'm going to move it there manually. So first I'm going to slide the Z over. There we go. And we will set our tilt. And this is going to be the maximum tilt. And then we're going to set the pan. There we go. So we'll say good to that and OK. So there's our move. Once we're all set up, I'm going to go to 0 on all 3 axes. We'll zip back to the start. Like real-time motion, if you go into Edit Axis, you can press anywhere along this motion profile, and it tells you what frame number you're at and what angle the x-axis is at. So you can do a step-by-step preview anywhere along the motion profile. I'm going to go back to 0 here and show you one other feature. Since this time-lapse takes quite a while, one of the key features is that you can do a preview. Since we set up our video for 30 seconds, if you press and hold the start button, you'll be able to get a 30-second preview of this, hundreds of frames time-lapse that you set up. So you don't have to wait till you're done to look at the results, only to find out, geez, there was something in the frame that you didn't want to be. So if we do OK, we'll get to see a little preview. This feature is excellent for making sure that you don't mess up any framing and you don't spend a day or two in a time lapse only to find out that something's wrong. That looks good. So let's go back to 0. Under time settings, you have a few options as well. How many lead-in, lead-out frames you want, shutter settings. You can adjust the interval in here. You can also make changes to the video duration. It'll automatically rescale the Bezier curves to meet whatever duration that you put in there. Or you can rescale by percentage if you'd like to do that. Let's get back to the main screen. One other thing that I wanted to demonstrate was some of the pop-up features if you abort your time-lapse. So if you start, and we're not going to make you wait through all 720 frames, You can see there grayed out, it tells you which frame number is current and which one is what the total is. If we hit the screen, a pop-up comes up giving you a few options. You can restart from scratch. If you do restart all, it'll go back to the beginning, start the time lapse over. You can resume, so you can use this feature as a way to pause a time lapse. You can restart from a specific frame. So let's say you want to go back and reshoot frame 30 out of the 720, or let's say you're on frame 2 and you want to jump to frame 100. You can hit restart from and go to that frame. You can also go to lead out, so it'll start running your lead out for a number of frames that you have in there. That can be handy as if you're doing a slow crawl and let's say things are moving along in your time-lapse world a little faster than you expected, like the sun setting, and you just want to capture the sun going down, but you won't see it because your motion profile is too long. You can jump right to the lead out. You can also make adjustments to time settings from here, or you can just plane up abort, and that's what I'm going to do here. So there's quite a few features in the 3X controller to try and make your time-lapse simple. The helper walks you through 99% of the setup cases. One of our previous videos demonstrates editing keyframes, which you can get into and change the position of each individual axis if you so desire. And that covers the basics for shoot, move, shoot mode in the StackShot 3X controller. Thank you for watching.